Hey y'all, thank you so much for tuning in to the live. Today we are going to be talking about 7 things that is going to help you stop procrastinating and be consistent. Okay? We are going to be talking about 7 things to help you stop procrastinating and be consistent. So many people are out here playing with their potential, sleeping on everything that God gave you, playing around with dreams that you know you have deep down in your heart, but you just really standing in your own way. So we're going to talk about all of that good stuff tonight. By the end of this live, you should be ready to go out and conquer the world. So I need you to get your pen, get your pad, take notes. I even got notes right here so I can stay on track and actually give you some practical things to do. Because the way you see me showing up online, it is because I have made a commitment to myself that I'm not going to basically stop my own progression. Sometimes we stop our own success by being in our own way. This is us, and then this is a copy of us. And it's like you just trying to go, but you can't go because it's another you in the way. So I hope y'all ready for what we're going to talk about tonight. If you're already listening on the live, send this to a friend because I promise you your friend can use it as well. And like I said, we're just going to be discussing 7 things to help you stop procrastinating and be consistent, because all of your greatness is on the other side of your procrastination. It's on the other side of your doubt. It's on the other side of your fear. It's on the other side of your excuses. All of that stuff, all of your greatness, all of everything that you want to do is on the other side of that. So we're going to get right into it. Okay? So I'm going to give people about another minute to get on because I was late. So at 7:34, we're going to get started. And it's going to be a whole situation. So use this time, get your pen, get your pad, take notes, and we're going to get, right to it. But while I am waiting on people, drop in the comments, how was your day? How you feeling right now? It is a good Tuesday. How are you feeling? Let's get into it. Send this live out to a friend. Pump some hearts if you're ready. Pump some hearts if you're ready. Okay, well, it's 7:34, so I'm going to get straight into it. So 7 things to help you stop procrastinating and be consistent. Number 1, everything begins with a plan. Everything begins with a plan. Even if things don't go as planned, everything begins with a plan. So when I say everything begins with a plan, the first thing that comes to my mind is one of my favorite scriptures, and it's Proverbs 21:5. And it says, good planning and hard work lead to prosperity, but hasty shortcuts lead to poverty. So let's break that down. Good planning and hard work lead to prosperity. So good planning. We don't even take the time to plan out how we want our days to look, how we want our weeks to look. I am telling you, if you just take some time, my time is on Sundays. Before I close my eyes on a Sunday, I am in my planner. Shout out to the For Executors Only planner. I am in my planner. For one, reflecting on my past week. I want to show y'all so y'all know I'm not capping. I am in my planner, reflecting on my last week, and then planning out how I want my next week to look. So it does not matter. If you are wanting to do something different, you can't just sit there and expect it to change. No, the change starts with you. Period. So let me find this page so I can show y'all. So we in the second week of March. So as you can see, this right here, it says reflecting on my week. Last week, I checked the box. Okay, I'm satisfied. Y'all, I wrote a whole page reflecting on my week. Sometimes we just going by days with no vision, with no direction, with no plan. So after I reflect on my week, reflecting helps you figure out what went well, what didn't go well, and what areas you need to improve on. We expect so much from other people, but are you expecting that same stuff from yourself? Let's talk about it. We expect so much from other people, but are you expecting the same stuff from yourself? So after I reflect on my week, now I'm going to turn the page And this is Sunday. I'm going to write down everything that comes to mind, what I need to get accomplished throughout the entire week. And through that entire week, I'm just jogging my brain, thinking about everything that's not really like in my daily routine that I need to write down. Another issue is a lot of us, we just have too much stuff up here. Y'all, I can barely remember what I ate yesterday. So if I can barely remember what I ate yesterday and I love food and I need to eat to keep me going, what makes you think that you can just remember everything that you need to do to really see your dreams and your visions manifest in real life? You can't remember it all. So write it down. So that's number one. Everything begins with a plan. And don't forget Proverbs 21:5. Good planning and hard work lead to prosperity, but hasty shortcuts lead to poverty. Period. Okay, so now let's get into number 2. So the second thing that can help you stop procrastinating and be consistent. Would you rather the pain of regret or the pain of discipline? So this is one of my favorite things to talk about because I'm going to be real transparent with y'all. I am still working through the process of being a do it now person because we just build up this habit of procrastinating years and years and years after one another. I don't even call myself a procrastinator no more because I'm not claiming it. I'm not putting that label over my lifestyle. I'm not a procrastinator. I have a bad habit of procrastinating sometimes, but I am not a procrastinator. Period. So I want you to think about, would you rather the pain of regret, so not doing a thing and saying woulda, coulda, shoulda? Or would you rather the pain of discipline? Like, yeah, it may hurt now because I really don't feel like doing this, but later on, it's going to pay off because it's done. So would you rather the pain of regret or the pain of discipline? I want the pain of discipline every single time. Every single time. I can remember being in college and we would know about all of our assignments when the beginning of the semester started because of a syllabus. But a couple of weeks before, the professor may remind us, all right, you got this 10-page paper due at 11:59 on such and such date. And we know that the paper is due, but we still just don't do it. We wait 2 days before the paper is due, stress ourselves out, and we start on it, but we really don't start on it till like the night before. Then 11:59 come around that clock, and we like, oh my gosh, I gotta type this paper. I hate it here. I can't wait to graduate, blah, blah, blah. When we knew about the thing the whole time. So pain of regret or pain of discipline. I want you to think about that. The pain of regret, it gives you your short-term satisfaction. Your short-term satisfaction is you not doing what you need to do and doing something else, just procrastinating, putting it off later. The pain of discipline or being disciplined, it gives you your long-term want, your long-term need. So in the future, yeah, you sacrifice not wanting to do it, but later on, you chilling because it's done. So I want you to keep that in your mind. That was number 2. Would you rather the pain of discipline or the pain of regret? Alexis said discipline. Period, sis. Discipline. Okay? Number 3, procrastination is not your friend. Procrastination is not your friend. The reason why procrastination is not your friend is because procrastination gives us the false security that tomorrow is promised. And it's not. I'm going to say that one more time just in case you didn't catch it or just in case you write in notes. Procrastination gives us the false sense of security that tomorrow is promised. And I promise y'all, I'm not speaking from a place of judgment because I am in the process of getting over my bad habit of procrastination. But there are so many times where I stress my own self out because I want to put it off. But putting things off is stopping your growth. Putting things off is stopping your progression. And tomorrow is not promised. Like, we legit have to treat every day as if it is a gift because it is. Some people wake up and they don't get another day. They don't get another chance. They don't get another opportunity to go after what it is that God put on their hearts. So I want you to get it deep in your mind. Procrastination is not my friend. So number 4, know the difference between important and urgent. So I realized in my own life, there's a lot of times that I procrastinated because I was just overwhelmed. Like I had this long list of things that I needed to do. So instead of tackling the list, I would chill. I would scroll a little longer on Instagram. I'll watch a documentary. I'll read a book a little longer. I'll be listening to music. I'll just be walking around the house, not doing nothing because I'm overwhelmed by the list. But I want you to not be overwhelmed by the list. I want you to look at the list and then kind of separate the things into important and urgent. So now let me break that down for you. Just because, or let me say, everything on your list may be important, but that doesn't mean everything is urgent. Meaning everything on the list don't have to get done today or tomorrow or even 2 days from now. Like one thing my mom used to tell us growing up was Rome wasn't built in a day. So because Rome wasn't built in a day, you don't have to do everything in a whole entire day. Have the list and then categorize what's important versus what is urgent. Most of the times we don't get stuff done because we're trying to do too much stuff. You got your hands in so much stuff and you're starting a lot of stuff, but you're not consistently completing a lot of stuff. So I want you to remember that the difference between urgent and important. Don't get overwhelmed, just prioritize. And by you prioritizing what it is that you need to do, I promise you, you will complete as much as you start. You will complete as much as you start. So number 4, don't get overwhelmed. Know the difference between important and urgent. So number five, let's get into it. Get to the root of why you don't want to do what you got to do. Get to the root of why you don't want to do what you got to do. One thing that I always remind myself is, Key, you got to do what you got to do until you can do what you want to do. You have to get comfortable with making sacrifices. You have to get comfortable with the part of the process that you don't really enjoy to get to the place that you want to get to. Because I'm not telling y'all no lie. With the Responsible Homegirl, this is a one-woman show. There are so many things that I don't like doing. For an example, I love sitting down, recording podcast episodes, meeting different entrepreneurs, sharing stories, doing these interviews, but I hate editing. I hate editing. I hate uploading. I hate creating the little blurbs and stuff. Like, I don't want to do that. I just want to record. I just want to hear the story. That's it. But guess what? I got to do it. I have to do it until my business gets to a point where I can invite an editor in. So sometimes on your journey, you have to do what you got to do. Not even sometimes, all the time. You have to do what you got to do until you can do what you want to do. So in your moment of you just sitting down, I'm just saying laying on the bed because that's how I be laying in the bed, procrastinating, not doing what it is that you got to do. Get to the root of why you don't want to do it. Why don't I want to do it? Do I not want to do it because I think it's going to take too long? Do I not want to do it because I just don't feel like doing it? Do I not want to do it because I'd rather be doing something else? Get to the root of why you want to do it. And then after you get to the root, remind yourself of why you got to do it. And the number one reason, this is what I always remind myself of. Kiani, if you don't do it, who will? Kiani, if you don't do it, who will? So I want you to say that same thing in your head. If I don't do it, who will? So after you get to the root, I want you to remind yourself of that. Number 6, celebrate all wins. Start rewarding yourself. I feel like a lot of the times we discount our small steps. We discount our small habits. We discount our consistency. So because we discount our small stuff, it's kind of hard for us to keep going. But I want to encourage you today to celebrate everything. Celebrate everything. Y'all, I celebrate when I check off everything on my to-do list. I celebrate when I check off half of the things on my to-do list. Because guess what? Some people didn't do a thing. And it's not even about comparing yourself to another person, but it's about comparing you to you. Compare yourself to you. Celebrate everything. It takes effort. It takes energy. It takes time to show up. So celebrate that. And I want to just like, how can I even say this? Like, I want people to understand, like, we be looking for the big thing, the thing that just knocks it out the park. But that stuff is short-lived. What's really important is your journey, how you consistently show up, how you consistently just be in your bag, be in your execution bag, because that's honestly what I'm in this year. Like, yes, money is important, but honestly, I'm playing the long game. I need to be in my consistency bag. I need to be in my execution bag. So on your journey, celebrate all of your wins. Reward yourself, and that is going to help you keep going. Pat yourself on the back. Don't be so hard on yourself because this didn't go as planned or I didn't accomplish this. So what? It doesn't matter. And the more you reward yourself, the more you show up for yourself, is going to help you continue showing up. Like, dang, I'm doing this thing. You're going to start getting in a rhythm after a while. It's going to start really becoming a part of who you are. Period. So number 7, the last and final thing to help you stop procrastinating and be consistent. Be a woman or a man of your word. How do you expect honesty from other people but lie to yourself all the time? I'm going to let that marinate. I'm going to let that marinate. Be a woman or a man of your word. How do you expect honesty from other people but you lie to yourself all of the time? And you're probably listening like, lie to myself? How do I lie to myself? You lie to yourself when you say you're going to do a thing and you don't do a thing. You lie to yourself when you say, I want something, but don't do the work that it takes to actually manifest it in real life. You lie to yourself when you think somebody's just going to hand you your dreams or support you because you just put it out there with no work. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to yourself. Be a woman or a man of your word. I take pride in saying I'm going to post 2 podcast episodes a week, and I actually do it. I'm a woman of my word. I take pride in saying, oh, I'm going to post 1 thing a day on IG and do it. And I didn't get here overnight. Oh, I lied to myself a lot. I lied to myself a lot. But when I realized that the only thing and the only person that could stop me is me, that shifted so much. Literally, like I said earlier, you have to imagine yourself like right here and then another person right here. And this person is trying to go to the next level. They're trying to, get to that next thing. But this person is in the way. Get out of your own way. I'm going to say it one more time. Be a woman or a man of your word. How can you expect honesty from somebody else, but you lie to yourself? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Like, show up for yourself like no other. When it comes to procrastinating, when it comes to being consistent, it's really all about your mindset. It's really about your mindset. The last and final thing that I want to share is finishers are better than starters. Period. Finishers are better than starters. Anybody can start a thing. It is so easy to start a business. It's easy to start a podcast, a YouTube channel. It's easy to start a job. It's easy to start your financial freedom, your personal finance journey. It's easy to start your healthy lifestyle journey. It's easy to start a thing, but very few people finish a thing. I congratulate people for starting a thing, but none of that stuff impresses me because are you going to finish it? And I want you to know that if God gives you something, he will give you the strength. He will give you the wisdom. He will give you the guidance to finish a thing. But will you do the work? You can't sit around waiting on him to just do magic but you're not putting in no work. It don't work like that. So I want you to remember on your journey, finishers are better than starters. Now, I'm not saying, because there are definitely times in my life where I have started a thing and did not finish it because it was no longer serving me. So that's another layer to that. We can start things, but on our journey, we're going to figure out, is this aligned with my path? Is this aligned with what God called me to do? Is this aligned with my vision and how I see myself showing up serving others? If the answer to those questions is no, then of course, put that to the side. But don't start a thing that God has placed on your heart. Don't start a thing that you can actually excel at. And because of your procrastination, because of your laziness, because of your excuses, because of your lack of consistency, you drop the ball. Don't do that. Don't do that. Finishers are better than starters. Period. Okay? So for all the new people that just got on, thank you for joining the live. I'm just going to do a recap of 7 things to help you stop procrastinating and be consistent. Now, this IG Live will be on my podcast 2 nights. So if you did not get a chance to see the whole thing from the beginning, you can watch it on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify, because I will be uploading it. But 7 things to help you stop procrastinating and be consistent. Number 1, everything begins with a plan. One of my favorite scriptures is Proverbs 21:5. Good planning and hard work lead to prosperity, but hasty shortcuts lead to poverty. Plan it out. Work hard. Don't look for no shortcuts, because there are absolutely no shortcuts to success. Period. Number 2, would you rather the pain of regret or the pain of discipline? Would you rather the pain of regret or the pain of discipline? Number 3, procrastination is not your friend. Procrastination gives us a false sense of security that tomorrow is promised, and tomorrow is promised to nobody. Every day that we wake up is a gift. Number 4, don't get overwhelmed by all you have to do. Know the difference between important and urgent. Yes, everything on your to-do list may be important, but that doesn't mean it's urgent. So attack the urgent things and then get to the important things later. Don't let a long to-do list or just all of this other stuff that don't really matter distract you or discourage you from actually taking action. Number 5, get to the root of why you don't want to do what you got to do. And then once you get to the root of that, remind yourself, if I don't do it, who will? Number 6, celebrate all wins. Do not discount the small beginnings. Do not discount your small habits, because really it's about your consistency over time. It's not about the big thing that you accomplished or the destination that you finally got to. No, it's about the journey that actually got you there. So celebrate all wins. Don't discount yourself. Start rewarding yourself for showing up. Number 7, be a woman or a man of your word. This is my favorite one. Number 7, be a woman or a man of your word. How do you expect honesty from other people, but you lie to yourself? Crickets. How do you expect honesty from other people, but you lie to yourself? Make it make sense. The last and final thing, and I'm going to close up this live. Finishers are better than starters. Anybody can start a thing, but the real winners, the real troopers, the real it girls, the real ones, they finish a thing. Now, I'm not saying that, you stay in stuff that do not serve you. But if you start a thing and you have the potential to excel in it, to make a difference, and to change lives, finish it out. Finish it out. So does anybody have any questions before I end the live? I really wanted to do this because I recognize that so many people, they sleep on their potential. They just, they just in their own way. And I don't like it. I really don't like it, because the people that we see winning, they're winning because of their consistency. They're winning because of their planning. They're winning because they show up for themselves. And it don't happen overnight, It happens over time, but the discipline and the consistency that they have is just all a part of it. All a part of it. Last but not least, the For Executors Only planner is now restocked. I am so excited about that, my baby. So I created this planner because I want more young adults to be intentional and execute. It is a 6-month dateless planner, and it is going to help you really just show up for yourself on a consistent basis. I designed it that way. So from the front cover, it says, I don't make excuses, I make it happen. On the back cover, it says, I made it happen. And in between the planner, there is so many things that is going to help you show up for yourself and just going to help you like really make your next 6 months your best 6 months. I wholeheartedly believe it. If you actually use the planner and don't let it sit in your bag or sit on your desk and let it collect dust, I promise you, you will see so many results. I always share the story about me having the idea to create this planner in 2020. And I procrastinated on this planner for so long because of fear and doubt. I didn't even think that nobody would buy my planners. Y'all, my first pre-order sold out 2 weeks. Sold out in 2 weeks. So, of course, now that's giving me the confidence, like, scared for what? Scared for what? When you know you have something that's going to help people elevate, help people go to the next level, and you explain your why, you explain how it can help them, people are going to buy it. And I show up consistently, whether I get 4 sales in a day or whether I get 0 sales in a day. I'm not focusing on my outcome. I am focusing on what I can control. And that's just that. Now, on the other side of that, like I said, I procrastinated on this planner. 2021, I started actually designing, doing the research, doing all of the things to manifest this in real life. So November of 2021, I started the journey. January 23rd of 2022, I started taking pre-orders. So November, December, January. Wow. So when you actually have a plan and you work at it, you can actually get stuff done in less than 6 months. That's crazy. That's crazy. I procrastinated on this for over a year, and then I got it done in 3 months. Somebody help me make it make sense. So I hope that you would take my story and use it as motivation and inspiration. Everything that I get on my platform and say, it's not cap, it's not fake. It's things that I've actually experienced, things that I've went through, things that has really impacted me. And when I get to the other side, I'm able to come and share with y'all because there are so many dope things inside of you. There's so much greatness inside of you, and you know it. You know it, but you just won't get out of your own way. You won't get out of your own way. So I hope this live was very helpful for you all. Like I said, this will be on the podcast. You can watch it on YouTube. You can listen to it on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. And I pray that you would just have enough faith to believe in yourself and believe in God to do all of the things that He wants to do in you and through you, because I promise you it is going to blow your mind. But it starts with you. You have to have that mental shift and you have to show up. Period. You have to show up. So does anybody have any questions for me before I end the live? I appreciate y'all for rocking with me and staying the entire time, listening to me talk. I hope that you got value from this and that you actually take these 7 things to heart. And I know because they help me, they can definitely help you. But you have to choose to actually act on it. So any questions before I end the live? Any questions? Skin is giving, honey. Thank you, sis. Oh, one more reminder before I end the live. So we are officially 4 days from our very first Saturday school. So Saturday school is going to be hosted on March 19th. And our first topic is wholesaling mobile homes. So I'm going to be teaching in class on how I have made 5 figures through my side hustle off of a product that I don't even own by Wholesaling Mobile Homes. So if wholesaling mobile homes or real estate investing, any of that stuff interests you, I would highly recommend that you get in the class. It is starting at 12 p.m. on this Saturday, March 19th. It is a virtual class. So not only will you be in a group with other like-minded people who want to learn how to wholesale, I am walking all of my students through their very first deal. So you are going to get your investment back. Plus, on top of that, you are going to earn 4 figures from your first deal, minimum. And I am going to make sure of that. So there's absolutely no way that you can lose. So if you are listening and that stuff interests you, you want to learn more about it, I would highly recommend you get in the class. There are only a few slots left. I only made it available for 20 people because I wanted the class to be very intimate, and I know it's going to take a lot out of me to walk people through their fears, because I had fears myself, walk people through closing their first deal. It's going to be a whole situation, but make sure you register for the class. You can register. The link is in my bio. So I want to see your face. I want more people of color specifically in mobile home investing. Because if you think about it, like, mobile homes are very high in demand. And I know people, they kind of sleep on mobile homes like, oh, that's trailer park trash and this, that, and the other. I don't care about none of that. That is affordable housing, high in demand. And baby, when that cash get in your hand, I'm not even going to say what I want to say. Catch me at class on Saturday. Period. Y'all register for the class. I'm super excited. Yes, it's going to be a whole situation. Class is going to be so lit, so exciting. We're going to have a really good time. Register for the class. But like I said, thank you, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to this. You can listen to the replay on my podcast. It's going to be available on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. So thank y'all for tuning in. Like I always tell y'all, with exposure, execution, and consistency, there is absolutely nothing you can't do. See y'all next time.